Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to today's video. It has been some time, and yeah, we're starting out prep. So I'm excited to be back on YouTube. We're about 14 weeks out from my bodybuilding competition. We have 2 coming up. I believe I'm about 13 weeks out and 14 weeks out. I'm going to be competing twice this year and just got married also this last Friday. So now prep has started. So going to be sharing with you guys what the game plan is going to be. So game plan is working with Jared Feather from RP. So shout out to you, Jared. Goal macros are going to be 64 fat, around 295 carbs, 214 protein, and he wants me to get like 12,000 steps a day, which is very tough. And my voice is still toast from the wedding, which was Friday. It is now Tuesday. Hopefully it does fully come back, but it's been a little bit of time. But going to be taking you through a full day of eating. We're going to do some training too. And also I am doing my first jiu-jitsu session in like, I think a year or 2 years. That's going to be tonight. I found a class that does 6 p.m. So it's a little bit before my bedtime. So going to get things moving. We're going to get breakfast made. And right now I'm sipping on my first Monster of the day. So let's get things moving. We got meal number 1, and it's funny that I'm working with Jared and I told him what my macros were. So before the wedding, I was dieted from like 228 down to around 210. I think I did hit 208 at one point, and I did that in around 12 weeks, so I lost around 20 pounds. The lowest my calories got down to was around 2,500 calories to get there, and then also my protein was like a minimum of 250, a lot of times like 280 or something. And when me and Jared started, he said, I'm going to decrease your protein and give you some more carbs. So it's actually been pretty tough to eat less protein because I'm just so used to it, just like the way my routines are. So it shows you the power of routines. But we have meal number 1 right now. It's 50 grams of protein. And so we'll see if I have that problem again today. But we have Rice Krispies, and we have some PE Science protein in it. So the way I do it is I make it into a pudding consistency. And so it's like a pudding with Rice Krispies on top. And this has been my meal. This is my go-to meal. It's 30 grams of Rice Krispies and then that. So pre-training, and I usually do the same thing. It depends. Often I'll do the same thing after, but we'll see what I'm feeling today. We got the Monster as well. I'll be putting together my pre-workout and stuff for training. And then other things to cover. I guess we can talk a little bit about the wedding. It was amazing. So me and Nicole got married this last Friday. It's cool to be on YouTube again because you can elaborate on things instead of just like, throwing up a pic and a little caption. But it was probably a near perfect day for us. Like, we were very scared that it was going to rain. It said like 100% chance that it was going to rain at 4 p.m. Our wedding was going to be at 2:30. We had been looking at the weather every day and weeks before as well. And even one day said there was like tornado watch going to be on the day of our wedding. So we were nervous. You have to make a game time decision because we were going to be outside. And but thankfully the weather held. It was a beautiful day. It was perfect. I don't think it rained at all the entire day. So thanks AccuWeather. We were checking like 4 different weather apps, and I think Weather Channel has like a weather radar. So that's my favorite because it said it was going to be dry. But AccuWeather, yeah, we're not friends anymore. But yeah, so amazing wedding. Pics to come, but that was really cool. But game plan with this diet is, RP tends to go with more ranges, and typically it's like meal plan templated out, so I could be up or down. So I think there's like a margin of error with those macros. So we're gonna do what we do. Eating this, we're gonna get this training session going, and let's do it. All right, so we're out here at IR and hitting an upper day, so it's gonna be a lot of push, pull, and then some arms. So I'm gonna take you guys through the full workout, and then we're gonna get home and eat. Let's do it. All right, so we are back from the gym, had a really good workout, solid upper day. And now what we're gonna get into is the same exact meal as before. So we got 30 grams of Rice Krispies. We got another 2 scoops of Peace Science frosted chocolate cupcake mixed into a pudding. It's delicious. And then it's like 7:10 a.m. and we're already halfway done my protein. So definitely going from 250 plus to the 214 is an adjustment, but like last night, I just had 5 servings of popcorners before bed because your boy couldn't have any more protein, so I couldn't have my delicious, obsession that I have, the creamy. This thing is amazing. Worth every penny. But usually like the pints that I make in it are like 40 grams of protein, so I guess I gotta figure that system out, how I can fit those in. Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, so now we are in the office. It is around 7:20 a.m. So I want to talk a little bit about why am I even prepping? And kind of my game plan for this prep was last time I competed was 2019. I competed 2019 and I did 4 shows, got second 3 times, and then the last one I got third at the WMBF Worlds or INBF Worlds because I did amateur. In I think pretty much, the 3 shows I got second place, I got second to the person who got their pro card. So I missed a pro card 3 times by 1 placing. So I want to do another prep, and I told myself 2024 was going to be the year, give myself 5 years. After 4, I did a cut this year, and I was like, actually later this year after the wedding, it could be potentially something I would do. I did my normal cut to 210, and I said at that point I would make the decision if I want to continue that cut to what the show weight would be, which I think last season was around 195 back in 2019. I had like one day I weighed in at 189, a couple 192s, but generally 194, 195 was like my morning weights. So that was in 2019. So I did this cut this year, hit 210, maintained that up until the wedding. And then after that point, I had no intention really of competing. I kind of said that I didn't have the appetite to, like during my bulk. But then when I got to 210, got lean, I was like, kind of curious as to what 95 would look like, or how I would do. And I think that there's potential for later this year after the wedding to do a show, and things kind of aligned, and we're gonna do it. So it was almost like, why are you doing a show? Kind of why not? So goal weight again, 2019, probably gonna be getting around that 195. Today I weighed in at 207.0, and that was after 5 servings of popcorners pretty late last night. So we may be around 12 or so pounds away from stage weight, and I'm hoping to it's up to Jared, I'm probably going to get close to 195 and hopefully make that look a lot leaner with like some more mass. So hopefully I made some gains the last 4 years. Other parts of the routine for prep, Jared wants me to hit 12,000 steps per day. It left to my own devices, I average 5,000 to 6,000 steps because I'm usually in here. And then when I made some active efforts on that, I averaged like 8 to 10K on a daily, but that takes like 45 minutes of walking. So it's going to be a push, but I think if I can include pickleball and find a way to make my jiu-jitsu calories, calculate those into steps, I think that could make that pretty reasonable. And that's pretty much going to be the routine. So I'm probably going to try to play pickleball 1 or 2 times per week, do jiu-jitsu 1 to 2 times per week. Probably I'll pull jiu-jitsu when we're within 4 weeks of the first show, just because the injury risk is going to be too high when you're that lean, so it's probably not worth it. Also wanted to talk about life improvement. I used to use like 5 or 6 different notebooks to like run my life in terms of, business goals, life stuff, scrap, investments, and then business 2 and learning. So I had like 6 different notebooks going, and then I finally just got an iPad. So I use GoodNotes, and then that has like my notes. So I'm loving it, like McDonald's. Day goals for today, so pretty much the way that I run my days right now is try to be in the office around like 7 a.m. before like 7:30. I get up at around 4:15, try to get to the gym around 5, get back around 7 a.m. and then try to get in here, and I do like a deep work block, which is like pretty much uninterrupted work where I don't have to talk to anybody. It's too early. Most people on the team in different time zones aren't going to be really messaging me. And I try to do some dedicated work. So big objective for Tuesdays is to create some reels. So sit down, see what's trending, make some stuff. I make sure that those are pretty much stacking the drafts. So I have content to post. Also, Zoom is being weird in terms of now they're like limiting us on the 40-minute free ones. So we have 4 assistant coaches on the team. And so with that being said, I think I have to get us now, 4 different licenses. So that's probably on the docket for today to start, paying for Zoom. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. So I have the deep work block, going to be getting various projects done, but primary is to make sure I get drafts in terms of reels, get those set, and then I'll probably be in here for a good amount of time. And I'll let you know, as I eat and what else goes down for the day. So excited to be back on YouTube. So I hope you guys enjoy this prep series. All right, so we got most of the stuff done. The deep work block is pretty much done, and now is usually time for calls. So I have a couple client calls, and then also it is quarterly week. So starting up with quarterlies, and then me and Nicole have some time before jiu-jitsu to get into some of our wedding letters and gifts. So really excited for that, to have that time with her. And then also gonna have my next meal. Funny enough, I ate last at 7 a.m. and I was hungry at 9, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna commit to the 3-hour rule. The 3-hour rule, super useful when you're dieting. I try to avoid eating within 3 hours from my previous meal, so I don't eat all my calories before it's noon. And this usually works pretty well. But what happened was, it hit 9 o'clock, I was hungry, but I was like, okay, it's only been 2 hours, so let me just wait. And then by the time I had time to eat, or actually was hungry, it's noon now. So that hunger that I felt at 9 kind of dissipated, and it just became kind of normal. So 3-hour rule, very powerful, highly recommend it. But my next meal, 760 grams of watermelon. So that is a big bowl of watermelon, and I'm gonna eat it with a toothpick, because the smaller your utensils, it makes your food look bigger. Cheat codes. So gonna eat this, talk to you later. Calls are complete, so now we got a Ninja Creamy recipe. So this stuff, I stole the recipe from Flexible Dieting Lifestyle, and then if you can see this, I have to squat down. Just look at this texture. Amazing. And it's super good, I'll just tell you that. But the base is around 250 calories. Then I added 3 Oreo Thins to it for another 105 calories or so. So I think it's around 360 calories or so. And then it has 40 grams of protein. So it is awesome. I'll give you the full macro breakdown here, and probably the recipe as well, so you can make it yourself in terms of the base. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this up. We're gonna get into opening some stuff from the wedding, and I'll talk to you guys later. And we're back from jiu-jitsu. So that was fun. Shout out to Inferno. That was my first session in I think a year and a half, but I had a lot of fun. They go right into it. So there's no warm up, which you warm up by doing the thing. So drilling for 30 minutes, and then got 40 minutes of rolling in, and they just go straight into it. So we got 5 rolls in, and did really well. Had rolled with a purple belt, a purple belt, a blue belt, a couple blues, and really held my own. So it was a solid session. So excited to be back. May do that 1 to 2 times per week. But important things. It's dinner time, and I got to refuel because my workout tomorrow, it's 7:45, which is pretty late for me. Don't want to be super depleted for tomorrow's workout. So I got a buffet going on, and maybe the weirdest buffet you'll see. So let's go. We got 4 slices of 647 bread. Wow. We're gonna do 3 servings of popcorners. We got a serving and a half of Fairlife skim milk, and we got some leftover salmon from our rehearsal dinner from Carrabba's. So your boy is going in on this, and I'm actually pretty excited, but it's the weirdest hodgepodge ever. But that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Really appreciate you watching. Give this video a like if you're excited to be for me to be back on YouTube. I got in the Q&As I do, some people requested it, so hopefully this gets more than 10 views. I lied. So this should be edited in somewhere, but I also had a serving of these Flamin' Hot Cheeto popcorns, which were amazing, but they're higher in fat. I was running low on fat, so I had that before I left for jiu-jitsu. So now we're gonna close up this video. Total macros for today. We got 212 proteins, 292 carbs, and 62 fat. Fiber is 44. The goals for today were 64 fat, 295 carb, and 214 protein. So Coach Jared, I hope you're proud of me. And we also got 44 grams of fiber, so we take those. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you have not already, and let's get this journey going, and I'll talk to y'all sometime soon. Keep it flexible. I'm out.